Good morning. I want to revisit the verse that we looked at yesterday, but I want to focus on the last portion. Hebrews 11, verse 8, about Abraham and how Abraham evinced or evidenced faith. By faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive as an inheritance, and he went out, not knowing where he was going. I mentioned yesterday the challenge of going out in ignorance, and we talked about the need for an immediate response and not waiting for lightning. I want to focus on that challenge for a minute. The challenge of going out in ignorance. See, you need to respond immediately, but you also need to respond confidently. If you have to not go second guessing the will of God. You have to not respond with a kind of faith that has measurement to it, but rather a faith that is all in, as it were. And by that, I don't mean that you're 100% certain everything will work out. What I mean is that you'll put everything on the table and you're fully willing to risk. You're fully willing to risk. Now, the reason for that is that your confidence doesn't rest in you. Your confidence rests in Christ, right? Later on in the book of Hebrews, in a couple of chapters, verse 6 of chapter 13, the author will say, "So we say with confidence, the Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me?" Reminds me of another verse, Proverbs 3:26, "For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being snared." You can have confidence because the Lord is your helper. What can man do to you? So you can have confidence because the one who calls you is faithful. Bonhoeffer said that maybe we ought to not refer to ourselves as Christians, but we should talk about Christ living in us. Christ living in us. And I think he said that because he knew all too well what it meant to be a man of confidence. Not a self-confidence, but the power of Christ living within us. That idea of being crucified with Christ, and now he is the one, right, who is alive. It's in him that we live. So you can go where you don't know what's going to happen because you know the one who walks with you, and you know the one who is calling you, and you know the one who has transformed you, and you know the one who resides within. May the Lord bless you as you respond in faith that is confident.